Do we want to try to get Gottheimer?
Yeah, he's going to come across
Oh,
here.
good. Hey, Martin, Gottheimer here is coming down. Do you want me to hold your mic?
Okay, we just had a major victory for SALT. People didn't think it could get done, and we got it done.
Huge win. People said, we came out here and said, no salt, no dice. Tommy said,
No SALT, no deal.
Mikey also said,
everything you possibly could about how much we need salt in our districts. And
we just delivered, right?
Yeah,
we just delivered. Tax cuts for the families in our district. Huge win today.
Are you concerned about this being stripped out in the Senate or changed, though?
Nobody thought we would get this far. There's a lot of skepticism from some of the people here and a lot of other commentators, and we got it done. So it's a major victory, and we're going to keep on pushing to make sure it gets done all the way and signed by the president.
Are you having conversations with Senators Menendez and Sanders?
We're talking to people all the time, but we don't discuss our internal
What do you
conversations.
think of the fact that Republicans are highlighting the SALT provision almost like at the center of their messaging, saying like the big tax cut for
That's
the
the
rich?
height of hypocrisy, and everybody knows that that's just not true. You're not going to overcome 50 years of Republican mantra with some talk points in the middle of the night by Kevin McCarthy.
Also, I invite him to come to our districts, right? Where we live, this is about middle-class families and making life more affordable for them. After they passed the tax hike bill in 2017, taxes went up in our districts. Now we're finally getting a tax cut for middle-class families in our district. And by the way, that's what this fight is about.
And if they're so concerned, they should support the surcharges that we put in place for people who make over $5 million and $10 million a year. And they should support other things that we try to do to make sure that people pay their fair share.
We got the information, Frank, and in fact, you probably saw this, it reduces the deficit by over $112 billion. So that was actually, for me, a very, very important finding from the information we got back.
And there's a lot of other great things in this bill as well. I mean, climate change is real. We've been talking about it for 30 years in our country. It's a very big, important issue for me. I was the New York State League of Conservation Voters Environmentalist of the Year back in 2008. We've been talking about this for a long time.
He still has that on his shelf.
I think that what we're so excited about is this is really going to cut costs for families in our districts. By getting, lifting the SALT cap, by making sure that we're addressing child care costs, making sure that we have a tax cut in there for middle class families, this is going to bring down costs, which is something that we are always very invested in.
How concerned are you that when this goes to the Senate, the bill is going to change, that it's going to struggle to get through the House a second time? This wasn't easy.
First of all, we have to make it very clear again. Nobody thought we would get this far. This has been a major victory for the people of our districts to finally get this done. We're going to do everything we can to make sure that we continue to have a victory for the people that we represent.
But is it done? Because it's not law yet.
It will get done.
Yeah, it will get done. There is no pathway for this bill without addressing these types of issues. As we often have said in the military, the only easy day was yesterday. So it often feels like challenging, but these are great challenges to have for the American people. When you pass legislation that is going to fund the Gateway Tunnel, when you get rid of the SALT cap, when you address costs for middle-class families, that's a good feeling. So I think as I stand here, the process was not pretty. It's been frustrating at times. But to stand here today and deliver on the promises that I've made to people in my district feels really great.
Jersey! Big win. Let's go.
Are you concerned at all about prices going up for
Thank you, Josh. Thank you.